rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary.
Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Rants and Raves. It is a Steph Takeover episode. I'm Steph Beckett, managing editor of rAVe Pubs, and I'm joined today by Hal Truax, who is VP of Sales and Marketing at Hall Technologies. How's it going, Hal?
Things are good, and thanks for having me today. We've got some really cool stuff to talk about, and I'm excited to share it with your audience.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about it. So, first of all, now that we're back from InfoComm and we can kind of take like a rear view mirror look at it, like how do you think InfoComm went for you guys at Hall?
That's a great question. InfoComm this year was, to me, it seemed more normalized, closer to
Yeah.
what we used to experience pre-pandemic. And it was great to see the attendance was way up, both from the manufacturer exhibitor side and from the attendee side. We were super busy, and looking around the other booths, I could see everybody seemed like they were well attended, and there was just a lot of people there. Every day we had a breakfast meeting, we had a dinner meeting. It was bell to bell nonstop, and that reminded me of the olden days, and it was really comforting. And it was really a great show, I think, for a lot of exhibitors.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are finally feeling like really good about the place where our industry is heading. And I think that InfoComm being so busy was a really good like hallmark and like testament to that.
Yeah, agreed. And as strange as this may sound, I think the pandemic helped manufacturers in our space accelerate their product evolution and come up with a better mousetrap. We were forced to. So in some weird way, it helped us in the big picture.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I think that UCC becoming so big so quickly, like people were almost forced to innovate, like you got to make something or you're going to get left behind because this is what people are doing now.
Yeah.
And this was like a really big show for you guys in particular. You guys introduced that you're getting into the IFP scene. So tell me a little bit about that. That's really big news, and it's fun that you guys announced that at InfoComm.
It is. Yeah, we tried to embargo it until InfoComm as well as we could.
Yeah.
And we're getting into the display market, and we're starting with interactive flat panels. Not to say that that's where we're going to stop. We believe we're going to have monitors and static displays as well to round out the line. And we entered the market. We're calling this line Hall Vision from Hall Technologies. And we entered with 75-inch and 86-inch interactive flat panels, although we have the ability to go from 42 to 110-inch. But really for corporate communications and education, which is two of our strongest verticals, that seems to be the sweet spot for sizing. So, we entered there with a lot of market intelligence helping us choose the size of the panels.
Right. I think being able to sell just about every piece of technology that goes into a corporate space or a classroom is a pretty big deal. So tell me a little bit more about the potential that this has to make the integrator's life much easier when it comes time to spec one of those spaces.
Sure. We think it's going to make the integrator's life better as well as give the end user a better experience. So, in our industry, we've heard about solution selling for a long, long time, and we've gotten closer to it and closer to it. It's been a topic of conversation a lot longer than it's been a reality. So now we entered into a couple of projects that mandated that everything in the room basically come from one provider, one brand, because they wanted one throat to choke, for lack of a better term, right? There's so many instances right now where there's some finger pointing. Oh, it's not my box, it's this cable, or it's this whatever, and there's some finger pointing between manufacturers. And what that does is it leads to a slower resolution for whatever the issue is in the field. And at the same time, the end user is experiencing these difficulties from these mismatches in workflow. So yeah, we're hoping to deliver a more unified solution, pre-engineered solution where everything works together. It's win-win. The integrator is going to be able to do more rooms in a given day, and his profitability is going to go up. And in a perfect world, he's going to roll less trucks for free post installation after the system's deployed, because everything's going to work. So, and then the ultimate goal is to make the end user really, really happy with the technology and have it be kind of seamless for them. Because like teachers aren't passionate about technology, they're passionate about engaging with their students and affecting their lives. Yeah.
And they're just going to want to like use something and it be easy, because they don't think the same way that people in the AV industry think about, like, oh, if this problem happens, oh, I just have to do this. They're going to be focused on like, a problem's happening, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, 100%.
So speaking on making that ecosystem much easier, tell me about Nexus Connect, because your products, this is like this ecosystem of products that are engineered to work together perfectly. So tell me about that.
Yeah, and we launched the Nexus Connect platform at InfoComm as well. And it's an ecosystem. And right now, today, as it stands, it's an ecosystem of Hall Technology products, and everything that carries the Nexus Connect moniker or logo means that it's going to work within this ecosystem. You mentioned UCC becoming very popular and a lot of people getting into that space. 2.5 years ago, we didn't really have UCC offerings, and now we have more than 15 products that are at UCC. And the industry in general is experiencing some USB workflow issues and some interoperability issues. So we've designed stuff to work together, and we're actually pre-packaging classrooms and conference room solutions so they can kind of like a Happy Meal kind of environment, so they can pick the right technology for the room size and the application, trying to make it easier. But we're guaranteeing that everything's going to work together. And then we're opening this platform up and this concept up to the rest of the industry. So additional manufacturers, if we're dealing with a big multinational integrator and they've got a deep relationship with somebody else on the camera space, they don't want to go down the road for using a Hall camera, they can spec in the cameras they've been normally specing in. All they have to do is submit the camera to us. We put it through the test. We certify it to work in this Nexus Connect ecosystem, and they get to put this Nexus Connect moniker on whatever products they submit to us. So we're trying to really deliver a better experience. We'd really like it if all the equipment in a room or a project was Hall, but we understand that's not reality. So we just want to open it up to different manufacturers so their products can be certified, to work. And it's been kind of music to everybody's ears. It's been very well received.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about what that looks like if like another manufacturer decides that they would like to get themselves certified with Nexus Connect. Like, what are the steps that they'd have to take?
Yeah, so starting probably August 1st, we'll have a form on our website that people Ken and I are right now finalizing some of the steps, but it's as simple as a manufacturer looks about Nexus Connect. They can see the form, and what it is they have to list the product that they want submitted. They send us a sample of the product. We evaluate it for all the functionality in a system, and we give them the Nexus Connect certification, and they're able to use that on their website and in our collateral too. It's really beneficial for the industry if we say, hey, here's a list of 20 or 30 partners that have submitted products to us in this ecosystem, because the end result should be that the end user have a better experience. All our lives are going to be better if that's the case. We're all going to succeed better in our certain lanes that we're in, because it's all about whoever the user is, making it seamless for them.
Exactly. And I think that's really cool that you guys have focused on that, on first making sure that all of your products work perfectly together, but also taking the time to understand and realize like that's not going to, not every single installation is going to be completely Hall. So taking the time to really work with other manufacturers in the industry to just make the best end result possible. That's really awesome.
Yeah, so it's a lot of products. It's cameras, it's cables, it's microphones, it's anything that could go in a huddle room or a classroom, and sometimes it's something as simple as the cable, where people we've certified proof of concept many, many times, and then go to deploy, and maybe there's an issue, and it's because somebody substituted a cable that wasn't used in proof of concept, because it doesn't seem that impactful. But
Right.
with USB-C coming more prevalent, all USB-C cables are not the same. And so it's really important to have, every component certified down to the cabling.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So, what is the next big trade show or any trade show that you guys are headed to this year?
We're doing some small educational trade shows and so forth, and I think our next big show is going to be ISE next year. We're involved with a Canadian partner of ours, and that's Data Visual. So they do something called Data Visual on Display, and I send one of my guys up to Canada for a couple of months, basically, and he
Nice.
travels with it. Basically, they go to all these different cities, and they do roadshows with all the integrators up there. So that's really important for our business, and it's really going to be a chance for us to share this Nexus Connect and the Hall Vision interactive flat panels with that audience up there. So we're excited about that, because it's been the reception's been incredibly warm and well received.
That's awesome. Last question I have for you, Hal, is where can people find more information about Hall Technologies or Nexus Connect or your new IFPs, Hall Vision, or anything else that we talked about today?
Yeah, it's really simple. So if they go to www.halltechav, that's HALLTECHAV.com, they can find out anything they need to know. On the site, there's buttons to learn more, to get questions answered. It's a great site and a great resource for everybody.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for hopping on with me, Hal. It was great getting to catch up with you.
All right, thanks very much, Steph. You guys take care. All right, bye.
rAVe Radio with rAVe.